Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the February edition of the PBC Now. I'm Ken Gerlinger. We're going to start off today's show by talking about the Peach Belt Conference Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament Championships. The quarterfinals are now over, and we had some outstanding games and individual performances. But when it was all said and done, all the top seeds won, leaving 1 versus 2 matchups in every semifinal game coming up this weekend. All those games will be played at the Frank G. Lumpkin Center on the campus of Columbus State University in Columbus, Georgia. Columbus State was the top remaining #1 women's West seed, and this year in the rotation have the privilege of hosting the Final Four for men and women. As a part of that, we're also changing the game times for our semifinals. This year, the men's teams will be playing first on Saturday, and our first semifinal game on Saturday will feature the West #2 seed Montevallo Falcons taking on the #1 East team, the Lander Bearcats. Montevallo defeated Armstrong 76-71 in a thrilling game in Alabama. Montevallo was down 13 with 8 minutes to play. The Falcons went on a 10-0 run and took the first lead of the game with 1:33 to play. Malik Fields led the Falcons with 22 points, while Terrell Lipkins had 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Lander beat the #4 seed in the West, Georgia College, 83-77 in the quarterfinals on Saturday. The Bearcats sang 27 of 30 free throws in the game and out-rebounded the Bobcats 42-17. Travis Friedman led Lander with 19 points and 5 assists, while Tobias Hose added 18 points and 9 rebounds. Lander and Montevallo met previously on January the 16th in Greenwood, South Carolina. The Falcons won that game on the road, 73-69. Our second men's semifinal matchup pits the West #1 seed Columbus State Cougars against the East #2 Augusta University Jaguars at 3:30 on Saturday. Columbus State defeated Francis Marion 101-89 in an absolute shootout in their quarterfinal on Sunday. The score was 64-51 at halftime, giving CSU a PBC tournament record for first half scoring. 5 Cougars scored in double figures, with DeMarcus McVeigh leading with 22 and 12 rebounds. Cam Baker added 19 and Brent Jackson 15 for the Cougars. CSU shot 56% from the field and 50% from three-point range in the win. Augusta advances to the PBC semifinals after beating Young Harris 84-76 on Sunday. Tommy Williams had a monster game for the Jags, scoring 24 points with 12 rebounds. Keishon Sherrill added 15 and Tamrick Fields had 14. Augusta shot 55% from the floor in the win. Augusta and Columbus met on January the 16th in their lone regular season matchup in Augusta, and the Jaguars took that one 81-77. That was one of only 5 conference losses for the Cougars on the season. Both teams enter Saturday's semifinal with 5-game winning streaks, which is tied for the longest active streaks in the Peach Belt Conference. We move on now to the women's bracket in the first PBC semifinal at 6 p.m. on Saturday, featuring the West #1 seed Columbus State Cougars and the East #2 Augusta University Jaguars. Columbus State is trying to become the first PBC women's team to ever win 3 straight PBC tournament championships. The Cougars beat Flagler 72-54 on Sunday in the quarterfinals, behind Michelle Mitchell, who scored 21 and added 14 rebounds. CSU will bring a 10-game winning streak into the semifinals, having not lost since January the 24th. Augusta University advances to the PBC tournament semifinals for the first time since 1998. The Jaguars defeated North Georgia 75-59 on Sunday, with 5 players scoring in double figures, including Brianna O'Connor, who led the team with 15 points. Carriel Hutt added 13 and a game-best 13 rebounds. Now, Columbus State has only lost 3 conference games this season, but one of those came to Augusta in Augusta back on January the 16th, 79-72. Columbus State is also the only PBC women's team currently ranked nationally in the top 25. They are right now number 24. Our last semifinal of the day features the #1 East seed Lander Bearcats meeting the #2 West seed Clayton State Lakers. These two teams have a great rivalry and have won 6 of the last 11 PBC tournaments between them. Lander advanced after beating Georgia College 80-74 on Saturday, running their winning streak to a PBC best 11 games. The Bearcats were led by Mylea McKenneth, who scored 29 points. Brashay Johnson added 20 points and 11 rebounds. Clayton State returns to the PBC semifinals for the 6th time in the last 7 years. The Lakers won a war over Francis Marion 75-66 on Saturday, scoring the last 10 points of the game to come from behind and win. Tweety Hawkins led the Lakers with 18 points, while Taquina Moore added 13 and 12 rebounds. Clayton State and Lander met way back on December the 17th, with the Lakers taking the game 82-61 in Morrow. And that's a quick look at our semifinal matchups on Saturday, but that's not all we have going on this weekend. At 9 a.m. on Saturday, we'll host our annual spirit competition with pep bands, dance teams, and competitive cheerleading squads competing for their championships. We'll also host an awards banquet on Friday night to announce the all-conference teams and other postseason awards. There will also be the annual PBC Virtual Art Show. Look for that on the website later this week. Moving on to some other news, the PBC is pleased to announce that North Georgia's Hannah Peavy has been selected as the conference's representative on the NCAA National Student Athlete Advisory Committee. A member of the Nighthawks rifle team, Peavy will begin her 3-year term this spring, so congratulations to her. Georgia College held their second Make-A-Wish unveiling during Senior Day on February 17th. Devin was granted his wish to travel to Italy to learn how to cook. He is the 5th Make-A-Wish recipient from the Peach Belt Conference in the last 3 years. North Georgia will hold their own Make-A-Wish reveal and celebration on March the 29th. And now it is time to reveal the PBC Play of the Month for February. We actually set a record this month for the most number of votes received, and the winner is this fantastic defensive play by USC Aiken's Sydney K. Murphy. Congratulations to Sydney and the Pacers softball team for having this month's PBC Play of the Month. Well, that's all the time we have for now. I want to thank Molly Johnson and Laura Buckaloo behind the cameras, and for all the SIDs in the Peach Belt Conference for their help in putting this show together. Until next time, I'm Ken Gerlinger, and this is the PBC Now.